In the energy quadrant, looking at 2 straight days of price drops in the September natural gas future for a total price drop over those 2 days of almost 6%. This move completely reverses the 2-day rally in natural gas that occurred on the 29th and the 30th of July. Interestingly enough, natural gas started off pretty strong today. The high 2.126 was up 4.42%, but the low today 2.003 was down 1.62%, and we're finishing closer to the low than to the high. On a weekly basis, natural gas went from up over 7% to only being up 0.3% with one session left in the week. If it finishes positive, it will only be the second positive week in the previous 8, including this week. There's a national heat wave going on, so national demand is going to be very high over the next 7 days. Very hot temperatures will cover most of the U.S., with highs ranging from the upper 80s to the low 100s, which will cause national demand to be very strong. There will be some cooler spots in the upper Great Lakes, but even those will have highs of the 70s to the mid 80s, and they'll be accompanied by rain, so there could be periods of higher demand in those areas as well. All else equal, this equals high demand over the next week with this heat wave. The EIA report was released today, and the storage report printed a build of only 18 billion cubic feet. That was lower than expectations of 30 billion cubic feet. It was also quite a bit smaller than the 5-year average for this time of year, which sits at about 33 billion cubic feet. That's part of the reason that we were a little bit lower today. The surplus decreased, or I should say fell, to 441 billion cubic feet, and supplies increased from 3,231 billion cubic feet to 3,249 billion cubic feet.